This is just way too early for me.
I don't need to be healed.
So I said it in the last videos before, right? This week we'd be heading out to the Netherlands for a 2-day project shoot. Well, that's what's happening right now, and I definitely was too tired to mention that at that time.
I'm saving a seat for you. Not if but when you come around. I'm used to getting.
So step one for today, it's still way too early. I have time to get on the plane and head to Amsterdam. I'm so tired.
Waking up from a dream.
So boarding completed. Good morning, ladies and
Baby,
gentlemen.
come back to me.
Flight time 1 hour and 35 minutes, and the visual should be arriving.
Why we mystery? Begging you, begging me. I don't wanna be just a memory on a screen. Yeah. I don't need to be here, and I don't want to move on. You know, it just wanna do it.
Well, welcome to Amsterdam.
So now I'm saving a seat for you. I see our future in our mind.
So now that we made it to Amsterdam and we're just waiting for our bag to arrive, I thought it was time to tell you a little bit more of what we're gonna do in today's video. So as I said a few days ago, today we're having a shoot and we're actually doing a project again together with Epidemic Sound. So as soon as we got our bag, we're waiting for one person from Epidemic Sound, and then together we're gonna take the train to Eindhoven and meet up with someone there. We'll explain a little bit more about who we're gonna film with today a little bit later. Trying to get the point where we catch our bag, but it's not coming. Where is the bag?
Half an hour later, the bag actually arrived, and we caught up with Lotta from Epidemic Sound.
So now the crew for today is complete. This is Lotta, by the way.
She's a content manager working for Epidemic in the headquarters in Stockholm and flew out from Sweden to organize everything around the shoot. Make sure to check her out on Instagram. I linked her somewhere in the description below.
If you haven't met her already on Warner's channel, we're now going from the airport to Eindhoven.
And what I meant there was that we already made another behind the scenes video of the shoot for a previous episode on Warner's channel, in which you can actually find out a little bit more about this entire project, and you can also get to know the awesome people at Epidemic Sound who made all this possible. I'll link it somewhere up here in the corner.
'Cause I don't wanna be.
So like 5 hours later, we have made it to Eindhoven. And we've actually come here to Eindhoven to meet up with Sadia. She's running a huge YouTube channel called Pickup Lines. It's all about vegan eating and healthy lifestyle. So we're now leaving the train station to meet up with Sadia, and then we're gonna make a big interview together with her and follow her around for the next 1.5 or 2 days. And as I said a few days ago, I wanna do a little bit of a behind the scenes to show you what goes into producing a project like this. So now let's see where she is, and I think she has a pretty cool studio that we're gonna check out very soon. So Sadia's just picked us up at the train station, and we're now about to go into her studio, and look at this place. This place is absolutely insane. I mean, the whole huge floor of studio. So this is probably where we're gonna film a lot of how they are creating their YouTube content. This is Susie, by the way. Meet Susie.
Susie is Sadia's co-worker, and she's been awesome to shoot all the behind-the-scenes shots that you will see in the rest of this video.
Looks pretty much perfect for a lot of nice B-roll things. To give you an idea, we're first probably gonna start with a little bit of a briefing, how today's shooting is gonna look like. Then we'll start with shooting the interview, and we have a few different things planned for today and also tomorrow. A few different scenes that we would need to turn the video into a full story.
But to not make this video too long and also not give away too much before the actual episode comes out, I will show you some behind-the-scenes B-roll of how we set up the interview and a few clips of me looking all busy with the camera. I was way too focused on getting everything in, so I didn't really explain much on camera, but I'm curious. If it's helpful to you, I can make a more detailed explanation video on how to set up an interview like this.
So it all looks good, Flo. Do you want me to give you the mic back or just should I keep it on?
Oh yeah, you can give me the mic back. So now we wrapped up the entire interview, and this was the setup that we had to record it. 2 cameras, external monitor, Sadia was sitting there, then we had a light and a microphone. And now we're ready for all the rest part of the recording. Now we probably have the next 2 or 3 hours just recording B-roll inside the studio from Sadia creating a new recipe. And by the way, I think I haven't introduced her properly yet. You definitely have to go and check out her channel if you haven't already. By the way, if you are on my channel and you haven't seen hers before, that would surprise me. So definitely go and check it out.
Sometimes you just don't know. We're running but got no control. But baby, when I saw that smile, knew that I'd be just fine. You turned us into gold. You make it real. You're the one I want.
After about 3 hours of shooting inside the studio, it was time for a little break, in which Sadia spoiled us with all kinds of different snacks, and we also got to eat up the dish she made during the filming.
So now we got like the main part of the shooting for the first day done. We spent a whole lot of time in Sadia's studio. Now we just went out to this canal, took a few shots with the gimbal. You will then of course see it in the final video. And now we've got one more thing for today. Now that the sun has set, it's mainly gonna be some shots in the darkness at night that we need for that video. So we're heading back to the studio now, packing everything together, and then go to the inner city of Eindhoven, catch a few shots there, and then get back on the way to Amsterdam.
So there's this one place in Eindhoven that has the longest pub street in all of Europe. Really? Should take you there? Yeah. It's right in the center.
Yeah.
And that's where we actually headed to, and finished off the first day of shooting a little later.
So quite a long day later, we're actually now just done with the shooting. The last part was that we walked through the city and got some few night shots, and now it's simply just time to get back to the hotel, recharge all batteries, grab something to eat, and then get ready for the second day of shooting tomorrow.
And what I forgot to mention, of course, the most important step of the entire day, which is reviewing and backing up the footage. But that was the last thing that I managed to do that day before I fell asleep. And if you're curious to see how it continued the day after, you should check in again to see the next episode. Of course, if you liked the video, also don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and until next time.